Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Major Vibes podcast. This is episode 8. I am Andy. This is my brother Mish, and we're here to talk about Major Vibes today. Here to talk about Pair, our business, our platform. We're here to talk about how to raise your vibe. What is the topic of the day today?
Well, the topic of the day today is how to start your year on a high vibe.
Nice.
So that's going to be the main topic of the day. But as usual, before we get into the main topic, we are going to go through our vibe scores. We're going to go through the Viber of the week / probably Viber of the year. Then we're going to go into a couple of Pair updates. Then we're going to head into the topic of the day. And then right after that, we're going to hit how to raise your vibe when you're vibing low. And that's where we're going to end off today.
Yeah. Nice little post-holiday New Year pod. It is a new year, so that's a great thing.
Happy 2025.
Yeah, 2024 was crazy. I'm very excited for 2025. And then not on our little list of things to talk about here, but at some point I do want to talk about how crazy things started in America, at least, with drones and shootings and whatnot. So it's always exciting to talk about conspiracies, because when I see things on the news and people talking, in my head, I'm always like, okay, why? What's the real story here? What's the distraction?
Okay, so maybe at the end of it all, we'll go into Dre's Conspiracy Hour.
Yeah.
Or Dre's Conspiracy Corner.
Yeah, Andy.
Yeah, Andy. Okay, yeah, Andy, sorry.
Yeah. Cool. So, all right, let's get into it. Vibe scores. My vibe score of the day today, not bad, not great, 72. Total sleep, 6 hours. I didn't get full points because I think full points is 8 hours. But I've been kind of trying to regulate and change a few sleep routines and nighttime routines. So it's going to take about a month for my body to get used to all that, which is fine. Heart score 66. Also the same thing. I'm just redoing everything now. So my scores are going to be kind of all over the place.
Care to elaborate partially on your new routine or what you're trying to do?
Yeah, I just don't want to have to rely on anything other than my clean vessel to go to sleep.
What's
so
that?
I don't want to take melatonin. I don't want to have to take like a gummy or a CBD thing, or whatever else,
Great.
Like I want to just keep it at pretty much like magnesium and glycine.
Yeah. Oh, natural.
Yeah. So I like to put natural things in my body, and that's it. So, but still, when you have habits and different routines, it takes a while to phase things out and to get the body back to where you want it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I did that a few months ago, and it took 2 to 3 weeks to get everything
To get your levels back.
to get everything back in order. Because I wanted to be OEM.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't want to have to rely on anything, and on paper, because of my routines, I should have had like super high HRVs and like incredible sleep and all this stuff. And it wasn't the case.
Mm-hmm.
But if you give your body the chance, you have a little faith, then you can definitely do it.
Yeah, no, I'm not worried. I'm feeling good. Things are cool. I had a bad vibe 2 days ago, but I also ate probably like 4,000 calories of chocolate within an hour.
Okay.
And I went to bed at like 3 a.m.
Wait, what night was that? Was that New Year's Day or New Year's Eve?
Jan 1, I think.
Okay.
No, today is Jan 3, Jan 2. Yeah, Jan 1. So my vibe on New Year's Eve, I didn't go out. I don't drink alcohol. I don't do drugs. But New Year's Eve, I just I didn't even want to do anything. I kind of just stayed home, hung out, watched movies, stayed up till 3 a.m, which I never do. And that's it. I was just hanging out.
I was in the same boat as you. Eula was out of town. So we were like waiting to like coordinate a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I stayed up later than I wanted to. And I was just like, I'm going to eat that Greek chocolate that I got for Christmas at midnight.
Greek chocolate, the one I have?
Those sticks.
Oh, okay. Those are good.
Yeah.
Those are good.
Yeah. So it was the same boat as me. I was just like, who cares?
I'm on vacation, man. I'm chilling.
Yeah.
So that's that. Okay.
I had a 62 that day. So my like streak of no yellows is like still standing.
Oh, nice. Did you say your vibe today?
My vibe today is a 79.
Cool.
I got 738 total sleep, 248 restorative, which is not great, 73 heart score, which is decent.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I've had some high days. Over the holidays, I did a big fast.
Oh yeah, you're like 60 hours or something?
Yeah, I got to 70 hours.
Wow.
And the night when I went to sleep into the 48 hours fast, I had a 97 vibe score.
Okay, hey, can you tell us quick, like, try to be concise here so we can clip it. What the reason you went on this huge like 4-day fast was, and what the results are, just for people, because people might think a 60, 70-hour fast is insanity. So
Yeah.
just to explain it to people.
Okay, so the reason I did it is that I had flooded my system with so much sugar, so much chocolate, so much crap that I needed to like turn the tap off completely.
How long was your fast?
70 hours.
Okay.
So I've done like prolonged fasts in the past. And the reason I do it is like, at least mentally for me, it's like, okay, I want to kill off the microbiome, the evil parasites in there that are feeding on cheeseburgers and chocolate that are telling my brain, do it, do it, do it, do it. And so to me, it's like, okay, it extinguishes them. It brings more balance to my internal flora. And at the same time, I get to feel super clear.
Mm-hmm.
I feel very relaxed. And it's like it's like a spiritual thing too, where I get to like reset my dopamine. So I was like not scrolling as much. I was not watching as much TV. I was like being creative and creating stuff. So it was really good. So I supplement with magnesium, well, electrolytes, magnesium and sodium,
Mm-hmm.
which is makes it pretty easy. I did have a little bit of honey in my lemon because I wasn't trying to like prove anything to anyone. I'm like 0 calories, whatever.
Yeah.
But I was still having like 100 calories a day,
Mm-hmm.
and I felt really good.
Great.
I felt amazing. And what happened was my system was so like quiet. My system didn't have to like digest or didn't have to do anything
You have
overnight.
to process all the chemicals.
Yeah. So that night that I did my huge, the second day of my huge fast, my HRV was 113.
Hmm.
My average HRV is 80. So I was like way up, and I was like, yes.
And when you have a high HRV, that means your body and your mind and everything is really at peace. It's not stressed. The higher your HRV, the more at peace you are.
Exactly. And so that's why I did it. The next day when I started eating again, I went bananas. So I kind of took a step back.
Oh, okay.
But I think I'm still net positive.
All right.
So it's a little long for a clip, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Okay. Pair Viber of the week. So who has been on top this week? If I click on the week, I go to our leaderboard here, and let me guess, it's going to be Scotty. Scotty again. The man is not human, or our algorithm is just too good for him.
Yeah, it's too easy.
It suits him too well. But Scotty, on average for the week, was at 8 hours of sleep in 6 minutes, 3 hours and 40 minutes of restorative sleep, which is a pretty good ratio, and heart score of 84. So Scotty was killing it.
A close second, though, is Reed.
Yeah, Reed.
Great stuff, brother.
Especially during the holidays. Like, it's not easy to get those good scores during the holidays.
He was putting up some serious numbers. And I know he was in the wilderness at his pop's place. Yeah, really nice. So shout out Rito. On the 6 month, because I guess that's how far we can go back, Scotty's number 1.
Okay.
So his vibe 88 throughout the last 6 months. So Scotty, congratulations. You're a beast.
You are a beast, Scotty. And Scotty lives in Montreal. We're in Arizona. I think he should be a guest on the pod because he's going to be in town for 10 days in a couple of weeks.
That would be super cool.
He is our top Viber. So maybe he can, he lives a pretty balanced life. Like,
obviously.
He's not even like, I mean, for me at least, I don't drink. I don't like do anything crazy, but like Scotty is more normal than me. Like, he will go and have a couple beers. He'll have a couple drinks. He'll do his thing. And yeah, so you don't have to be like almost stoic and monk-like I try to be. You can still be normal and have the highest vibe, right?
Maybe that's his key to success.
Maybe that is his key to success.
Like a little bit of everything is good.
Exactly. So yeah, it'll be great to have Scotty on the pod. All right.
That would be amazing.
Pair updates. So on the app platform, whatever you want to call it, there haven't been that many updates because, at least for me purposely, like 2 weeks ago, I just checked out. I said, I'm not opening a laptop. I'm not opening an email. My phone was on Do Not Disturb. It still is on Do Not Disturb. So like even when I click on the look at my phone, it says no emails, no phone calls, no text messages, no notifications. I really just wanted to fully check out, especially we've been in it so hard for like a year, nonstop, every day. So that was great. But I got super bored. In the last 3 or 4 days, I was like, okay, enough of this. I'm done. I'm refreshed. I'm ready to start the year. I'm ready to tackle pair. I'm ready for new updates. I'm ready for new features, and I'm ready to get this show on the road.
Yes.
So that was, at least for me, it was nice. How about you?
So pair updates, obviously everything moves a little to a lot slower than you would imagine. But,
Mhm.
we have a huge lineup of people who are waiting to get in. And while we're bringing in, slowly but surely, we really want to get the thing to a place where people within it are happy with the features.
Yep.
And are happy to a minimum degree. And so thank you for your patience. But we're taking the time to deliver you something that when you get it, you're going to be like, wow, this is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So the vibe scores are great, all that's great, but also turned it off during the holidays.
Mhm.
I think it was important to get away from, get some perspective. I was way into the weeds.
Mhm.
And like Dre, I've been getting extremely antsy the last couple of days. So we started to get back in it. We started meeting with the team yesterday. We had a great call.
Yeah.
A lot of focus, because you can Christmas list the features till the cows come home, but if they're not in alignment with the major purpose and what we're trying to do, but we came full circle.
Yeah, it's great.
So it was great stuff. And also before the holidays pair updates, we had some investor calls. Don't want to go too deep into it,
Mhm.
but it was very interesting. I got some a couple of angel investors who are ready to start ripping with us.
Yep.
Which is fantastic. And we're going full on 2025. So it's going to be a great, exciting year.
Yeah, I'm into it. I think this is the last week of kind of relaxed chillness, and then the party starts.
Then the party starts.
Yeah. What is it? The road show.
The road show.
Get this show on the road, hit some conventions, meet some people, meet some investors, meet some technologists, all that good stuff. I'm excited.
Just go out there in the world and do what we do. And, having almost no purpose during the holidays, I found extremely destructive. And maybe this can segue into our topic of the day.
Mm-hmm.
But not having a purpose, okay, I got a meeting and development every morning. We got this there, we got that there. Not having that, it's like, what am I supposed to do with myself? Just watch YouTube all day?
Yeah.
Just stuff my face? I don't like not having a routine.
Yeah. But to be fair though, you don't really leave the house. So let's say if for my 2 weeks, I wasn't that bored, maybe the last 2 or 3 days, but I spend, I don't know, half of my day that I'm awake is outdoors. I'm always walking. I'm always going on a drive. I'm doing something. I'm going to a coffee shop. I'm meeting up with whoever I can, trying to play golf. So I can't stay at home. When you disconnect.
But I haven't been staying at I've still been going out. I've still been going for my morning walks. I've still been doing all that stuff.
Okay.
But more to segue into purpose.
Yes.
And having something to wake up for that keeps you excited. It keeps you out of the devil's idle hands of the devil's playthings.
Yeah.
And so let's go into the topic of the day.
Okay. Topic of the day, how to start your year on a high vibe. So may I start?
Yeah, man.
Okay. So I'm going to start because probably 2 or 3 months before New Year's. So the last October, November, December vibe. My kind of mentality, which was different than years prior, was okay, no resolutions. I don't need a resolution. It's more what are you happy about from the past year or life, and what are you not happy about? And for me, I knew exactly what I was happy about, what I was not happy about, what caused me stress throughout the year, caused me anxiety, caused me joy, and whatever. And I just said, you know what? Let's do a full refresh. So I kind of just, in my own head, I was like, anything that doesn't serve me and hasn't served me has to go. And that's whether it's people I follow on social media, friends of mine that whatever, I don't have any, what do you call it? We
Consistency with?
Consistency, or we grew apart. Even unfollowing accounts that make me want to buy a new car or buy a new t-shirt or buy a new hat. I kind of just unfollowed and got rid of all of that stuff. I deleted more than 60% of the photos on my phone. Any garbage that was in there, that's all gone. And started trying to get better sleep routines, more like workouts in, started working out after like a year and a half of back injury where I was like really too scared to go to the gym. First workout back was with you, and I needed like 9 days to recover. I was so sore because I literally had not done any physical activity other than like walking and golfing.
Yeah.
So,
And I didn't go too hard on you.
no, we went so light, but I
Yeah.
had lost all my muscle. So it was hilarious. And then we worked out again, and I was sore for another 4 days, but I'm ready. I'm back for another one today or tomorrow. So yeah, for me, how to start my year on a high vibe was not starting January 1st. I think the best thing I did this year was starting a few months earlier and kind of cleaning up so that January 1st, I don't have to do anything. Like I've set kind of new routines, and I said it on my Instagram stories. A new routine takes like between 3 and 6 weeks at a minimum to enforce and to get yourself used to it and
To reprogram the machine.
reprogram the machine. So I wanted to do as much as I could before the new year. So like I really started my year with my mission, my purpose, my faith, and all that kind of stuff. And I knew that I wanted to go into the new year clear-minded, without stress, without anxiety. So even like looking at the outer world, there's a lot of craziness in the world all the time. So even way less time on the internet, on social media. And even when I do see things, I've been kind of trying to take like my faith a little bit more seriously. And things that would worry me before, I don't care. Like I honestly, not that I don't care, but whatever happens that is out of my control, which is almost everything, as long as I have faith, nothing bothers me anymore. I'm not going to worry about the UFOs that are being out there. I'm not going to worry about the Trump presidency. I'm not going to worry about anything because I know what I have to do and I know what I believe in. So for me, I'm starting the year like super fresh, super confident. I got no stress. I got nothing to worry about. Life is great. People around me are great. And I'm very excited to just get this year going. And like I started clean, like for the most part, the food I ate during the holidays was like pretty clean. I think I had one big binge of sweets and chocolate, but other than that, I was cooking a lot more. I was not eating out. I was having pretty normal bedtimes, wake up times, and spending so much time outside. Almost all my time was spent outside. For me, that's like the best thing ever. The more time I spend inside, the more I'm in my head. The more time I spend outside, the more I feel amazing, and the more I'm just so grateful for like Mother Nature. I walk in the mountains, I walk in the forest or whatever forest we have here in Arizona, and I'm like, wow, this is amazing. Like this is life. The more time I spend outside, the less I want to buy things, the less I want cars, the less I want new clothes, the less I want anything, because Mother Nature provides everything you need, and food included. To the point where I eat clean and stuff. And like I ate a candy of some sort or some chocolate. You got me Hershey's Kisses chocolate, which I normally love. Always loved Hershey's Kisses. Who doesn't? But I had a few of them a couple nights ago, and they literally tasted synthetic.
They do.
They tasted like not real cocoa or not real anything. So like I had it, but I was like, I know what I'm eating is so garbage and rubbish that I just put it aside.
And your palate's been so like resensitized by eating real food
yeah.
that when you put in some crap, it's like, what is this?
Yeah, my body's like, no.
It feels digital.
Yeah, it's weird. It was like a few months ago. Like I go to like Sprouts. I barely even go to Whole Foods anymore because like 80% of the stuff at Whole Foods is like not even what I'm looking for. It's not natural, and it's not like, it used to be great, but it's less great.
Yeah.
So I go to Sprouts and all the things that are more natural, organic food, whatever. But I was at a normal grocery store, and I was just in the aisles, and I stumbled upon Gushers and Fruit Roll-Up.
Nice.
You know, the amazing, terrible, great food that I used to love as a kid.
Yeah. Literal plastic food.
Is actually plastic, but that was so chemical. Like it wasn't even trying to not be chemical, that it was still amazing.
Yeah, it's a product of the 90s. It's like, it didn't matter.
It did not matter.
Did it sell? Did the kids love it?
Red 40.
Yeah.
Go hard on the Red 40. I didn't care. So I just wanted to eat. I ate the whole box of Gushers in about 10 minutes. I ate the whole box of Fruit Roll-Up.
Did you find that Fruit Roll-Ups and Gushers tasted the same?
Exactly the same.
It's like they're made in the same mold.
Yeah.
Same recipe.
So, but anyway, to long story short, for me, how to start my year on a high vibe was do the work in November. Do the work in November and December. and set those patterns, set those routines. I'm not telling you to do that, but that's what worked for me. And I mean, the year just started 3 days ago, so I don't have much proof in the pudding, but already just starting my year was like great, even compared to last year.
I love it. You've actually been inspirational to me because like you cleaned up your stuff, you deleted a lot of crap you didn't need. You did like I followed in your footsteps. I did what you did
because it felt amazing.
Yeah, it feels amazing to like let go, to like throw out stuff you don't need, throw out things you don't need, throw out not throw out people you don't need, but like I've done that naturally anyway.
Yeah, over
but
time.
Even on Instagram, like just pressing not interested in like
everything,
all the feed or explore page stuff that doesn't serve me at all. So just been doing that, spending less time on social media and gearing up for this year. Yes, I had a couple of days, like Sweet Yule was away between Christmas and New Year's. So I had a couple chocolate binges here and there, nothing too crazy.
Yeah, but that's fine. I love chocolate.
But I'm really just excited to get back and like really rip 2025. I feel like 2025 is going to be the year. Last year was a real gear up year. You know, there was a lot of moving parts within Pair. There were a lot of changes within Pair.
Pair with our lives, our personal lives, our business lives. Like it was a crazy year.
Yeah, it was
like not in a bad way or a good way. It was just a crazy roller coaster typhoon.
A lot of big decisions had to be made, a lot of learning, a lot of self-actualization that's happened over the years. And like you said, I think what you're saying and what you did to prep the year is like, it's a cleansing process of removing what you don't need because those things tie you down. Like there's a reality that we live in with the things we have with our current state. And if we want to jump into the reality that serves us better, we can't take everything with us. Right? To achieve escape velocity.
Exactly, yeah.
You got to be light. And, you know, we've learned over the years that we don't need a lot of things.
No.
You know, we need each other. We need your friend, your close friends, your family.
Yeah.
You need to eat well. You need to have a purpose. And I love that my singular purpose is my family and Pair. That is the only thing that I give a shit about. There's nothing else.
It's great.
And yeah, I'm just really excited for 2025. So no particular New Year's resolutions for me other than, you know, continuing to just eat as clean as I can, as consistently as I can, and go out there in the world.
The funny thing that I heard the other day, a pastor said it, and he said, New Year's is coming, everyone. And he said, you know, the thing about resolutions, he's like, you don't need a New Year's resolution. He's like, you need a new life. You need to change your life. That's the only way that whatever resolutions you want are actually going to happen, you know? Because you can say, I'm going to do this, but that's like putting a Band-Aid. It always comes off at some point. But if you actually fundamentally change your foundation and actually do the work to start changing your life and putting it in a totally other direction, very uncomfortable thing to do. It's why people don't do it.
Yeah.
They stay stagnant forever. But when he said that, first of all, the whole church laughed so much. They were laughing a lot, and I was laughing. I thought it was funny, but it's the truth, and it's what I did. Like literally trying to change my whole life.
Yeah, because you can't just change the things on the surface that you don't like.
No,
you have to change the things that cause those things.
Yeah, you gotta dig deep and do the dirty work. And it's a scary and uncomfortable thing, but very rewarding.
Totally. Like Eula was talking about it as well, and I saw a video like the same day after she said it, and she said, you can't just white knuckle a problem that you have, because that problem, like the Band-Aid, is going to fall off and the problem is going to win. Unless you figure out a new route where you don't encounter this problem anymore, you're going to face it your whole life and it's going to beat you because it's like gravity. You're going to fall down and it's going to get you.
Eventually.
It doesn't sleep.
No.
So, you know, that whether it's like social transplantation, putting yourself in a completely different social circle, putting yourself in a new way of life. Like, you know, if you want to lose weight, maybe, you know, hitting the gym at 5 a.m. is a good idea, but you're probably going to have to like change the way you eat, change the way you drink alcohol, change the way you track calories, change the way, like your lifestyle. Yeah. Like your lifestyle is going to get you the results that you want.
I want to pull up this guy on social media that I just started following. Oh, right here. He's the first thing I see.
Wow.
He created his account 3 days ago. It's called I Am Done Being Obese. Nathan W. Posting every day till I lose 200 pounds. Currently 470 on December 31st. Follow to keep me accountable. So I saw this guy's video the other day. I guess he posted it and it went viral. And he was crying. This big, fat guy. Good looking dude. Struggling with this issue for a long time. And anyway, when I saw that video, he had like 4,800 followers. This morning, 2 days later, he's at 101K. And he's getting the craziest amount of support. And he's like crying. And now he's doing his walks, like.
Yeah, man. He's
And
being
he said
authentic. He's being vulnerable.
He's huge, a big guy. And he was like, and it is uncomfortable. And on his first walk, he's like, I'm out of breath. I didn't even get halfway around my block. It's a very small block, but he's doing the uncomfortable thing. And the fact that he's putting it on Instagram, it's not for likes and all that, but it's like, you need a support system. And if you have no support system around you, it's really hard, right?
It's hard to stay on track.
It's hard to stay on track. It's hard for people to keep you accountable. But if you put that on the internet, not only is he being held accountable now, but he's also getting insane amount of support. And I've seen in the comments, because I love to go look at the comments to see if there's any negativity, especially to good people like that. Zero negativity. And not only that, but he inspired hundreds of other obese people. They're like, this is what I needed. I'm getting on that. And like, that's their system. That's their support system. That's a beautiful thing. So I followed him because I comment and I encourage. I always encourage those people. Anyone who's doing whatever they got to do, whether you're currently homeless, like I followed homeless dudes that are drug addicts, inspiring them, trying to, encourage them and see them change their life, because I share that with other people, right? So whether you're obese or you're homeless or you're an alcoholic or you're anything, any vice that you may have, everything's possible to fix. But
you gotta want it.
You have to want it. And even that, like, if you don't have the support system, which most people don't have any support system around them, it's tough. Yeah. Like even like one of my followers was like, he messaged me about he's like, was it hard when you stopped drinking? Like to go out after or with the people around you or anything like that? He's like, because he's like, I'm really trying to convince my wife to do dry January with me. And they don't want to or something like that. And he's like, it's just hard. He's like, I grew up around drinking. My family does it, this, that. I was like, well, like, just because they do it doesn't mean they're bad. And if you don't want to do it, if they think you're weird for not wanting to do that, they don't love you. So you're surrounding yourself with the wrong people.
Yeah, or they're too caught up in their unknown subconscious addictions.
Yeah. So, but anyway, you just kind of got, in order to like rewire yourself, you gotta do the uncomfortable work. And that guy's inspired me like crazy.
That's incredible. And he's like, and it's like, look at that. He's putting himself out there, right? Because a lot of people try to fix themselves in the dark, like by themselves, and it's so hard to stay. But he like did the hard thing, and it's almost like the worse off you are, if you share it, you're going to get the most amount of like love and support.
Look, I'll give you. I don't know why I'm telling all these stories, but
hey, man, you're on the roll.
There's another story. I saw this thing it was a reel. I was scrolling reels one night, and there's a page I follow called Made Your Day Better. So it's like little stories about like people that are helping other people out on the internet. And there was this one guy, and he saw this YouTuber, a boomer of some sorts, probably some 60-year-old man. And this guy's been putting out like videos every week for like years, 1,000 subscribers, hard, no comments, no shares, just grinding. And this guy, he's like a man of the Lord. He was such a like a nice guy. And it's like his fishing journey, teaching people how to fish and stuff like that. But anyway, I saw that, and I like looked at the guy's name, went onto YouTube to see this guy.
Yeah.
And I went onto YouTube. He had 1.6 or 1.1 million subscribers on YouTube. That only came in the last 2 months. And this guy, he got into a crazy injury where he couldn't even do his YouTube anymore, and he couldn't even like pay for gas to like go on his fishing stuff for his YouTube. And then out of nowhere, like overnight, like he went from 1,000 to 5,000 to 10,000, 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. And like subscribers on YouTube to me are more valuable in a sense than followers on Instagram, because the more subscribers you have on YouTube, you can make a living now. Like you can start earning income, getting AdSense and all that stuff. So I saw that, and he's like over 1 million followers. And this guy, like, he's like man, God was good. He's like, this was not me. This had nothing to do with me. He's like, I grinded for years. I got into a crazy accident. As soon as I thought everything was, hopeless, I trusted the universe. I prayed, and I can't thank you guys enough. Like, I love that stuff.
It's
Like, I see that. I'm like in tears when I see that, because I'm like, man, that guy deserves it. And then I follow him, and I don't know. And I was telling someone recently, I was like, I would love to go fishing. I've never gone fishing. And like, you've never gone fishing? You don't know how to fish? I was like, I don't know. I grew up in Canada, and no one ever took me fishing. Nobody I ever knew went fishing. So like, where would I go? And now I live in Arizona.
We used to clean bearings as kids.
Yeah, like I live in the desert now. So, but I made a point. There are a few things on my list of things that I want to do this year that I want to try, and get into. I'm not going to go hunting, but fishing is definitely something I want to try.
Okay, great.
I feel like it would be good. More things in nature. The more things I can do out in nature, the better.
I love that. So I'm seeing a pattern in the stories you're telling, and whether you intend it or not, you're showing like not only that people are doing good out there, but there's a world of amazing, supportive people.
Yeah.
In the world who are out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's so easy to always get caught up in like the world's shitty, the world is toxic,
the world's against me.
Everyone's crap. There are so many lovely people out there, millions and millions and millions of people who want to root for someone, who want to root for you.
Yeah,
who are just there. And it's lovely to see, because we can get caught up in politics and like the news and wars and like a bunch of shit that's out of our control, like you were saying.
Yeah,
what a waste of time. What a waste of energy. Imagine it's like worrying about stuff that's out of your control is like literally going to the store, giving $500 to someone, and they give you nothing back.
Mm-hmm.
All you feel is guilt and shame after.
Yeah,
because you got had.
And it seems like the internet is currently becoming like, there are a lot of, with anything in life, if there's a lot of good, there's also a lot of bad that comes with it, right? Any technology, people, whatever. And with the internet now, like, one, everyone seems to be an expert on everything, right? So there's that. With the rise of AI and all that, like, I love the AI and I love technology, but it could be used for nefarious reasons. And it's almost, we were talking about it before the pod, it's almost impossible now to tell like what has been an AI thing, what's real, what's not. Like, an influencer, I follow a car guy, got deep faked and scammed. Like, people scammed his followers like thousands and thousands of dollars. So at a time on the internet and in life where you don't know what to trust in the news, what to trust on social media, what to trust anywhere, because technology has gotten so good that we don't even know what to believe anymore. Well, it's like, man, just believe. Like, just
believe it'll work out.
Just
Focus
believe and have faith that if you just ignore all these things and you focus on your mission and your path, life's going to be good to you. It's going to be hard. It's always hard, because everything good is hard to do and it's uncomfortable to do. But if you just escape all the noise.
I find it's way harder if you got noise. I think it's way easier if you can just wake up, do your thing, not worry about what's going on. You know?
Exactly.
I think it's easier if you just focus, but it's hard to do it because we always feel like we need to know that or that or that or that.
Yeah. I used to love to be in the know of everything. Now I'm actually excited when someone asks me something. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I have no clue.
No one really knows. We can't trust anything.
And it has nothing to do with me, you know? I know that if I do good, if I'm good to myself and if I'm good to other people, then I will be rewarded for that.
Yeah.
Right? So for me, that's my mission. I love the conspiracy land and I love to kind of dive deep into what's going on and what could be going on and all that. But I don't let it consume me. I don't start my day with that anymore. If I'm bored and I've got nothing to do and I want to see what's going on, I do it.
Yeah, humans have amazing imaginations and
yeah, but we let things consume us so much, and now there's so much consumption that is consuming us.
Yeah, we're being consumed.
Yeah, so it's so crazy that I was like, man, just put the phone down, put it away, go on Do Not Disturb. Don't answer that text message if you don't have to. Like, just focus on yourself, focus on your mission. And
finally, man,
you're gonna be happy. Yeah, I know. And
because like 5 years ago when I started saying I'm not watching anything, it's like, well, you got to know this or that. Like, this is like world events, man. You need to know it.
Yeah,
you don't. You really don't.
If it's big enough, you'll know.
Yeah. And if it's so big that like the world explodes, like who cares? You're not going to do anything anyway.
Yeah, it's funny.
That's why I just wake up, see how your family's doing,
yeah.
do your work. And that I think this all ties into Pair. Word from our sponsor,
Yeah.
Pair app. It's a place to be accountable in public. It's a place to see how your friends and loved ones and potential people with similar interests are doing.
Yeah.
And it's a whole place where it's like, hey, we're trying to do well. It's not about how well do you sleep. It's what the patterns show. It's like, are you on a downtrend? Are you on an uptrend?
Look, I know that when I wake up in the morning, okay, I check my vibe score on my homepage. And on my homepage, I have all my best friends that are also on the platform. In an immediate glance, I know this morning, Mom is doing great. Al's doing great. Scotty's doing great. Eula's doing all right. Charlotte killing it. Like all my closest friends, I know how they're doing. I know how their stress levels are, and I know all that. And if they're not doing well, if they're on the low, hey, how's it go? Like, what's going on? Is everything okay? How was your night? Like, that's a great thing. You start your day literally checking in on your favorite people, and they're checking in on you.
Exactly.
And if they see something is weird, they message you or you message them, and it's like it's a beautiful community.
Like we get caught up as the people developing, asking what do you want to see in the app, when this and that. Right now, there isn't an app you can do this.
No,
like
it doesn't exist.
Thing doesn't exist, and it's based on the idea that people would want to share this kind of information with people they care about.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's the thing. And if we keep it as simple as possible, we can get 100 million people on this.
Yeah, I'm not worried at all. I'm very excited about it all.
And having faith that you can do it, because there's about 1 billion reasons why it won't work.
There are always reasons why something won't work, and that's why most things don't work. You like when you're building something like this or anything that you have to commit all your time and money and effort into, if you don't fully believe, if you do not have faith in what you are doing and in your own capabilities, it'll never happen. There are mornings where I sometimes have to convince myself to believe, because we always have negativity. We're human, right? So
yeah,
sometimes if I wake up on a low vibe.
This transfers right into our next topic: how to raise your vibe when you're vibing low and you can't see.
Yeah, but so let's say even if I wake up and my vibe is 38% or whatever it is, I don't remember what I was going to say. Yeah, when it's at 38%. The lower my vibe is, the higher my stress levels are, the more I'm chemically imbalanced. Negative thoughts come. Lack of confidence, lack of sharpness, the whole thing. It's like a downward spiral.
Yeah,
right?
Intrusive thought, especially if you're days and days and days on this trend.
Exactly. So, so that's that. But yeah, our next topic, which is, or our next micro topic, is how to raise your vibe when you're vibing low. And the reason I came up with this topic is not necessarily like you wake up and you have a bad vibe score.
Yeah, not that.
I can have a 100 vibe score, stress zero, sleep amazing, everything is beautiful. But I don't know, maybe at lunchtime or 1 p.m., I get some bad news. Something goes wrong. So someone in my life did something bad, or the market's crashed and I'm broke or something, And in that moment, doesn't matter how good my vitals are, I'm done. I'm stressed. My heart's going crazy. My vibe is low. I'm seeing the ghost, So in times of, let's say, stress, anxiety, when your mind is your biggest enemy,
and you cannot see, like, there's no hope. You don't see the light at the end of the tunnel.
You don't see light or whatever. Then you're on social media, you're scrolling because you're doom scrolling because you got nothing else to do. So for me, if I have those thoughts and I'm in that type of vibe, I think it's different, like how to like low key quickly, like do something to raise your vibe.
Yeah, what are some hacks?
What are some hacks? For me, I get in my car, usually around sunset. I get in my car and I just drive. I have nowhere to go. I have no one to see, nothing to do.
Put the dog in the car?
Not even.
Okay.
With that thing, because when I go for a drive, I go for a drive. The guy's going to be flying all over the car. So I go on a spirited drive and
Love that.
And I put on my favorite music. I put on songs that are uplifting, songs about hope. So a go-to for me is usually Angels and Airwaves or Brian Fallon, these types of people, because they sing songs about hope, about overcoming whatever it is you're fearing. I mean, even one of your albums was all about like hope or good vibes, like good things, right?
Yeah. Well,
So-
all my
Yeah.
all my songs are about that. They're all about vibes.
Yeah. So for me, like a one little hack to how to slightly raise your vibe is put on your favorite song. Put on your favorite song, go for a drive, go get a burger or something, like get your mind off your phone or off whatever is bothering you. And they say when you're listening to a song or when you're singing a song or playing a song, those thoughts escape you. Those intrusive thoughts and the things that are making you sad, depressed, anxious or whatever, the piece of your brain that is doing the music and all that doesn't allow other thoughts to come in. You're focused on the song.
Okay, great.
So you go in the car and do that. So that's one little hack. Another thing, if it's later at night or whatever, stand-up comedy, always, because a lot of people, I know I have friends, I have myself, and I've done it in the past where a lot of people, if you're sad, you're listening to sad music and it's making you even more sad and it's making you relate to more sad people. And then you're on TikTok and you're in a sad algorithm
Yeah.
and
The
everyone,
sad gorilla.
all the sad and depressed people are there for each other, which is a nice thing, but it's not helping anyone. It's
Yeah.
like, it's okay to be depressed. Keep doing what's depressing you. That's not how I function. But yeah, so it's like, no, don't listen to the sad music if you're sad, right? Listen to something that gives you hope. Listen to something that pumps you up. Listen to something, watch something that makes you feel joy, brings you back to where you need to be. So that for me, I mean, it's media driven, but
That's okay.
yeah. So for me, it's consume good
It's
media,
and driven.
happy media, go for a drive or even go for a run or go for a walk, get out in nature. Like I literally will, I don't know, a couple months ago, I was just going through like a stressful time. And even just going out, sitting on the grass and grounding myself, like barefoot, bare hands, just sitting on the grass like this, like after like 10 minutes, you just feel like revitalized. You're like, it's true. Like I'm like, it reminds you that, okay, all this is just noise. You feel good here in nature. Everything is great. So those are little things that I do. What are things that you do if you're stressed, if you're vibing low?
One of them is like a standard answer. Go to the gym. Because
Fair.
when I go to the gym, if I'm in that mood, I don't want to go to the gym.
For sure not.
But if I can get in the car and get to the gym, hit a little cardio at the beginning and then just put on a good podcast or some good music and just lift weights, do my people watching, it really changes a lot for me.
Well, working out literally changes your chemicals.
Yeah, you're literally destroying those fucking loser thoughts, pardon my French,
Yeah.
because we all get them. Another one is hanging out with people. You are one of my vibe. Like this morning, what did I text you?
Coffee?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wasn't necessarily vibing low, but every time I go for coffee with you, I just feel like, man, nothing matters. Like we're walking around with Lando, we have our philosophical talks about this or that.
Observing everyone around
We
us.
watch people, we talk about whatever, and it's just like, this is like the most beautiful thing in life.
The best thing in life is shooting the shit with people you love, people you like to be around, and that's it. And whether like you do that also with your wife. I don't have a girlfriend or a wife, so but that's the best thing is getting together and having good deep talks with people that you enjoy being around.
Yeah, like leaving like with Eula, my wife, leaving this place because I work from here and going out into a different place we've never been together and like almost going on like a date type thing. It's like so nice.
Mhm.
It's like fresh and
It's
new.
nice to get out of your main.
Going to mom's and we all get together and have coffee and mom and Eula are just like yapping it up super
Yapping
loud
about
and like
clothing.
the dogs are barking and it's like family. It's like,
Yeah, it's
that
nice.
takes you out of the hole. When I'm here on the laptop for like 8 hours and I'm like, oh, what is this YouTube title got to be? And like, what's the newsletter? I didn't release one in 3 weeks. And it's like,
Yeah.
oh my God. But just connecting with people or nature. And
Yeah.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what always works for me.
Yeah.
Solitude has never helped me.
No.
Never.
I had too much solitude in 2024. So I like even one of my things for 2025 is like go do more activities with more people. Right. So like I'm trying to play some tennis. Like if I could do tennis once a week, golf once a week, gym a couple times a week. And
I enjoy working out with you.
because I'm awesome.
Yeah, I just don't ask you to spot me. Not
Man.
because I lift heavy weight, but because he's just the worst spotter.
Yo, it stresses me out. Don't put your life in my hands ever.
So
Don't
that's
ever
the
put your
problem.
life in my hands.
So I'm there.
Literally in my hands.
I'm there, and all he has to do is put like 5 pounds of pressure.
Oh, no.
But the thing you do the worst is you make me laugh so hard while we do it that I'm going to drop the weight on my head and we'll die. So
yeah,
there's no exercises where we're spotting.
like we're very close and we're very similar, but he loves the gym and working out. And it's something that it takes all my effort plus more to even just get in the car to go to the gym. When I'm there and I'm working out, I feel amazing and I love it. But man, it takes everything to just get there for me. And I don't think that'll ever change. Like
You never know.
you never know.
You're writing the narrative of your subconscious.
It's been like what, I don't know, 15 years on and off working out, right?
Yeah, but when you get in the rhythm, you're in the rhythm.
Yeah. I like working out with people.
Yeah.
I don't I go alone. I've gone alone and stuff like that, but I've always worked out with trainers too.
Yeah.
Maybe that's also because I'm lazy. You hand me my weights, you assess my weights.
Well, that's what I do for you.
Yeah, well, that's why I like working out with you.
Yeah.
Because you
do
come,
this, do that.
we laugh. I'm like, yo, just you tell you're that guy.
It's like when we go to the restaurant. I never look at a menu. I haven't looked at a menu when I go to a restaurant with him in years. He just orders everything.
So I order everything.
You order a lot of it. And
Yeah.
I never have to worry. So it's like the gym. It's like I'll handle that menu. You handle the food menu, whatever.
Yeah, it's great. It's perfect. But yeah, okay. So yeah, definitely working out. And that's something which I'm implementing now because
last pod you said you were going to start and you did.
I did. I did. We're a few workouts in. The big fear was my back. Like I was literally in physical therapy and stuff. And I just didn't want to do something that would set me back again, pun intended. But yeah, so the back does get a little sore after the workouts.
Yeah.
But we're strengthening it, or at least we think we're strengthening it. So
yeah, well, look, I'm not a doctor here, but
no, but slow. I'm lifting as light as possible, and it's
we're not doing anything to hurt you, just to build up the connective tissues.
Exactly. So no, it feels great. I'm happy we're doing it, and so working out. Anything else if you're vibing low?
Amazing. Working out, family time, socializing, and definitely like. A fast always gets me in gear.
Yeah, but a fast is like a process of days. I'm talking like like a quick win. Like you're feeling like crap right now. What can I do?
It's just to change the routine. The routine needs a change. It's like I'm getting I think when we're getting that, there's like we've reached a point of lack of stimulus, and it's just like go for a walk, call a friend. Just go do something else. Leave where you are. Don't stay where you are.
Yeah. Do something totally out of your routine.
Yeah. So that's it. I think that's plenty of hacks there for item number 5 here.
Yeah. So like just little things. Cause throughout our day, you can be having the greatest morning of your life, but then you can get some bad news or something happens to you and you're down in the dumps instantly.
Yeah. Talking about it, right? Talking about what's troubling you.
Yeah. So that's also something like a lot of people, myself included, like we hold things in. We don't talk about them. We try to fix them ourselves, but it only makes things worse.
Yeah.
I think the easier and more transparent you are and the more you talk about it with people you trust, the better it is. I think people are always very concerned that they're going to be judged based on their past or based off the thing that is troubling them right now or whatever. But like, no, nobody cares. We're all human.
Yeah. Well, we feel that and it's almost like the fear of being judged for asking for help is like, I'm not even aware that it's like, why am I doing this and that and that? And I'm like, why don't I just ask for help? Like
ask and you shall receive.
Really
is how it works. Whether you're asking God or the universe, or you're asking a friend
or your neighbor,
or your wife.
People love to help people.
It feels good to help people.
Yeah, we're like wired. We're like actually wired with like there's a chemical reward system when you help someone, you feel good.
Yeah.
So it's like we're programmed to help people.
Yeah. And another thing is like also like part of like resetting your year or resetting everything is a big thing, and it's what I've done over the years, like over a lot of time, which I think people should start to do is just because you know someone or you've been friends with someone for 30 years or whatever, it doesn't mean if you've grown apart so much that the only time you talk or whatever is negative or you don't feel good about it after, it's like just drop anyone who makes you feel that way. Like, if you're scrolling on an Instagram story, you go across an Instagram story and you see something or someone and you're just like, oh, what? And you skip it.
Yeah.
Well, why are you following that? If every time you see this person's story and it makes you go, ah, why are you following them? Get rid of him. Who cares how they feel about it? If every time you see them, you're, get rid of it.
And you never see them anyway.
Exactly. So it's like, just do that with like the people in your life. Everything that makes you go, in your whole life, get rid of it. Anything, or as girls say, that anything that gives you the ick, anything or anyone, if it makes you go,
yeah,
gone. See you later.
Later. Sayonara.
Yeah, that's like, because, I don't know. Everyone, we're human. So we have a hard time disconnecting and letting go.
And we're not supposed to have 50,000 connections.
No, we're not. And we're not supposed to be stimulated all day, every day by everything. That's why, I used to read almost every morning for years and years and years. In the last 4 years, I still read, but I'd say 90% less. So about 2-3 months ago, I said, okay, I got to get back into reading. And again, every morning, 5 to 10 minutes, 20, 30 minutes, sometimes an hour now. Oh, everything is so much better when you read, Yeah. And it doesn't have to be like self-help and business. Like, it could be fiction. It could be a story that inspires you. It could be someone's autobiography that you look up to that inspires you. Someone who maybe went through the same things you're going through. And because when you're reading, not constantly consuming and refreshing, you actually have time to think, process, assess, and think about how your life compares to whatever you're reading. So it's such a great thing. And
it's easy it's like, it's relaxing, it's soothing, it's paper. You're taking it in. It's not like micro videos that are scrollable to the infinite. Like it's so crazy. It's so bad. I'm sure in the future they're going to look back and be like, yeah, Instagram and TikTok were way worse than cigarettes. Way, way worse. They'll be like, yo, when you were pregnant, you used to scroll Instagram? And they're going to have like crazy relations like that, where it's like, yeah, your kid's going to come out all bork.
Yeah, crazy stats and data on all that stuff. And yeah, it's crazy. It's a lot. And what we were talking about yesterday is like, Instagram it's a good tool, as it is a bad tool, like everything, yin and yang.
Well, a car, you can drive it to work or you can drive it into a building.
Yeah, like,
everything.
Everything in life is black or white, right? What was the point that I was getting at, though?
And every shade of gray in the middle.
Yeah, but
Instagram. We were talking about it yesterday.
We were talking about yesterday how Instagram is gonna start rolling out AI, like
profiles,
their own Instagram AI profiles of like people who look like people. I don't even think you will know that they're AI, and they're going to be commenting on if you post a picture or a story, like commenting, "Hey, that looks cool, man," like whatever. That's crazy. Like, to me, that's like,
how'd you get that tone, man?
Yeah, it's like that's like even more. Now, so before, if you didn't have anyone responding to you, now you've got fake people responding to you, keeping you on there even more, and their AI is producing AI content.
Maybe they've been doing it for years. That's what the bots are. Because like, how many bot comments are there all the time?
Yeah. So like to me, but I do see the world even like in Gen Z and the younger people, like, people are getting tired and fed up about it. The majority of people are still on it, but like I do see tides shifting in a way. Like, people are waking up, people are realizing they're depressed, they're anxious, they're fed up of just the infinite scroll.
Yeah, they call it doom scrolling.
Yeah, it is doom scrolling, and we are addicted to it.
Yeah, of course. It's the most addictive thing ever.
Yeah, it's like, like I'm at a traffic light and everyone around me in the traffic light, behind me, in front of me, or whatever, it's like a 30-second traffic light, like this. Everyone's like, just going for it, myself included. I'm at a traffic light, I'm on my phone. Okay, do I have a notification? What's going on? Did I miss something?
Yeah.
Whereas it's like, man, just chill at your light, listen to the song, enjoy the sun.
Yeah. Look around.
Yeah. So like, I'm guilty of all that stuff too. But
you're aware of it and you're working on it, like we all are. Or at least Like some of us are.
Yeah, but I don't know. So for me, it's just like I was really happy and excited to start my new year kind of in November, October, change certain things.
Because you were like planning what you wanted to accomplish, and you were self-assessing, and you're like, this is what I don't want this year to be.
Exactly.
So I'm going to remove that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Because I know that I have a big year ahead of me. I know that I have a lot of responsibilities. I have a mission to build this big company. There's a lot of things that I need to do. And if I'm going to do that, I need this vessel to be as sharp as possible. I need my inputs to be great. I need the things that I do for others to be great. And I need everything around me to be great.
I love that.
Because if everything around you is great, then that path forward is much easier.
Yeah.
So
I totally agree. I totally agree. And I totally love it. And talking about like the addictiveness of every social platform, we're not trying to do that. We don't want to build something that is enslaving you with this thing in your hand.
no,
We want to give you a tool, and we don't know the answers exactly to how yet, right? Because we know what the North Star is. We want to make your life better.
Mhm.
That's what Pear's goal is, to make your life better, to help you vibe better. And whatever brings us to that is what we're going to do. And
Yeah.
we learn slowly but surely. But our goal is not to give you 55 notifications a day. Our goal is not to show off how many followers you have. Our goal is to,
not to sell you infinite products, you know?
yeah, our goal is literally to like
Raise your vibe.
raise your vibe and reward you
Yeah.
for following the path and staying on track.
Yeah. Like,
So it's
like
it's-
imagine you can get, I don't know, what's the new popular brand, Aloe Yoga, you know? Like imagine if you're on Pair and you're at the top of the leaderboard, you won for the month. Like, yeah, eventually soon, the higher you vibe, you literally will be rewarded with partners that we're going to be working with. So you could get
yeah,
like cool kickbacks and all that stuff from some of your favorite brands and products and the wellness stuff. So like,
yeah. I don't even think top of leaderboard. Like if you're tracking every day and you're like above your average, is like
If you're doing-
you
if
should be
you're-
racking up points like every day.
exactly. So like rewarding for vibing high incentivizes the user
To be healthy.
to be healthier, to be a little more balanced, and because literally you're going to feel better, and then you will also be rewarded for that and for that effort, because it does take effort to
It takes effort. Like why are people so unhealthy? Because they're rewarded by their jobs to do things that cause them to be unhealthy, to stay in traffic for 4 hours for whatever that paycheck is. But imagine now, like we could start shifting the tides where people are being paid to be healthy. And the net benefit of that is that there are less sick people, there are more friendly people, and there are more innovative people.
Mhm.
We've just created the most incredible time
and even
of
such
history.
yeah, and such a cool thing is like we don't have that many people on our leaderboard. We still got like 20, 30 people. One, like there was a girl who's on Pair, and she said that her business was looking to hire someone, and she didn't even like first go on LinkedIn or any of that stuff. She was like, well, maybe someone on Pair who's like vibing super high needs a job. If you're vibing high and you can see like people's 30-day trend, 60-day trend, 6 month, like if they're constantly always rocking and rolling, you know that this is how they live their life and this is how they're going to apply themselves in that job, because it is a direct correlation.
Yeah, better like
and
big CEO said, better sleep, better work.
Exactly. So even without it being our intention, like there are like job interviews going on because of Pair, because you're literally seeing people who are vibing high. So it's just building a really good community. Like, yeah, I'm very excited.
It's really
about
infinite, and I'm absolutely positive that this is gonna
It's gonna
this is gonna be great, because it's taking our lifestyle and the way we live life and the way we see and building something.
it's making wellness cool, really. We're trying to make wellness cool, because it was always not cool, or oh, you have to diet and do things like, bro, I don't diet.
No, that's
I don't
Diets are scams to sell courses.
courses or products that don't work, but like now
The best diet
now
is the diet that you can adhere to your whole life.
exactly.
That's what Athlean X says, and he's the man.
Okay, but exactly, it's not a diet, it's just like a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like if I want to go have 10 cheeseburgers today, I can have it and it will have, I'll be full, but like it won't impact my body or my health for more than a day, you know? Like it's not going to change anything because 98% of the time I'm rocking and rolling clean.
Yeah, but if you're eating, 2 McMuffins with a double in the morning,
Bro,
and having scotch at lunch, and then you're
bro, if you're
doing
starting your
Lord
day,
knows
if
what
you're
at
starting a day with a frappuccino from Starbucks, your day's gone already. You're almost already starting at like 50%, you know?
yeah, and if you're having that and you don't know what it's making you feel, it's like you're pretty far gone, my guy.
Yeah, but it is what it is. We're not here to judge anyone. We're here to show.
We used to do the dumbest things ever.
Oh yeah, I'm just I don't like to tell people anything because I'm not a perfect person. But I like to lead by example. And my thing for this year is like I'm not going to tell anyone to do anything. I'm not going to judge anyone. I love everybody. Everyone's on their own journey. If I want to help someone, lead by example. You know? Be that person that like be inspiring to others. Don't tell them what to do because people used to tell me what to do and they gave me great advice. And I told them to buzz off, you know? So I know that telling people what to do doesn't ever work. But if you show them
You can inspire them.
If you can inspire and show them the reflection of your lifestyle and how you're living and how it's making you feel that succeed, then that's all you need.
It's the only way to do it, man.
So look, I could talk all day.
No, wait. You did bring up earlier Andy's conspiracy corner.
Oh, yeah.
But then you said you didn't want to like talk about that stuff.
Yeah. Okay, no. But just quickly. But it also goes into vibes. Let's see here.
Because conspiracy theories are very seductive. They'll bring you in. They'll bring you into the rabbit hole. You'll discover thousands.
Then you start
people.
questioning what's real, what's not. I've been lied to my life, or these conspiracy theorists are crazy. Like, I love a good conspiracy. I consider myself a conspiracy theorist. A lot of the conspiracy theories that I believed in over the years have come to light as real, but I don't care. Whatever it is, what it is. But now there's just so much of it everywhere that I don't even know what's real or not. So I don't even get into that anymore because I think it's interesting, but
I see it as fan fiction of life.
Yeah. So,
I don't take it further than that because...
Yeah. But to me, so like I wrote it down like in Andy's conspiracy corners, like, okay, we got like the UFOs and the orbs going on. I don't know.
It's quieted down though, right?
Not on TikTok.
Yeah, but that's what TikTok is built on.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I have not paid attention. Everyone asks me because I like always loved UFOs and I always loved conspiracies. So all friends from everywhere are like, what do you think about this? I'm like, I don't know. I have not even put an ounce of thought into it. But other than that, but like January 1st, you have a psycho who drove through people on Bourbon Street in New Orleans, popular street, killed, I think, 20 people. I think it was 11. Today it's 20 or something. Okay. Whatever it is. So that's crazy. And then, I don't know, 12 hours later, there was a Tesla Cybertruck that exploded in the lobby area of the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas, right? And then, you know, I was like, that's a weird way to start the year. Right away, January 1st. And then there's the guy who drove through all those people, which is really sad, and the guy who rented the Cybertruck that had a bomb in it, were both stationed at the same military base. Also with another guy who was spotted on Trump's golf course with a gun while Trump was golfing. That same guy also at this military base. So now the big conspiracy is like, what is going on at this military base? What are they doing? Is it MK Ultra? What is MK Ultra?
Are they
brainwashing them? Are they making good people do things that they don't even want to do through hypnosis? Like but the thing is, everything is possible or everything is impossible. We don't know.
Yeah.
But it's just like we started the year and already weird things are happening. And I know that this year, the powers that be and the bad forces are going to be out in full force. I feel it. And I'm not saying it from a negative perspective, but I'm saying it from, like I said earlier, I don't care.
Fuck it. I don't even think the bad forces are doing anything. I think the worst forces that exist is the ones that are within us that we don't even know we have.
Exactly. So for me, it's like whatever happens, as long as I'm clear and I'm confident and I know what my mission and my purpose is, nothing else matters.
Yeah, exactly. Crazy shit, horrible shit happens every day, all over the world, all the time. And we just have to be grateful that it didn't happen to us.
Yeah.
Grateful that we have something to do, something to build, light to share, and
We just want to be
vibes to raise.
yeah, we just want to be the light in people's lives, raise their vibes, create a big community around that.
Yeah, people supporting each other for, fighting the good fight.
Mhm.
Because really,
We're all fighting a good
the whole
fight.
world, like I say, is pixels. And if all those pixels can be brighter and project something beautiful, then we're gonna have a beautiful world.
Yeah.
And the world's not a bad place now. It's a place that's growing up.
It is.
And let's be part of that growing up.
Yeah, I see a lot of greatness and great potential in the coming months and years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. There was a lot of weird stuff. There's the COVID era. The last 4 years, it was like a blur to everyone. It was big shifts in
Yeah.
energy, in people, and all that. And I think that's fading away. And the hockey stick is coming.
Yeah.
We're on the up. I'm very excited.
And there's a quote. I don't know anything about presidents, but this president said it. It was, the only thing to fear is fear itself.
Yeah,
Because that's the tool. Because like with conspiracies, just to go back on that for a sec, the forces or the people out there, whatever, the Illuminati, they don't even have to do anything.
Yep.
If you
I'm
think
listening, I'm just Googling.
if you think they're doing something, then that's enough.
Yep.
So just don't give it any power. Don't give it any power. You have a lot of power to be great.
One time in my whole life, I think it was like maybe 8 years ago, I wanted to get, I considered getting a tattoo. Not that I'm against or for them, but I never really wanted to. But it was because I loved this one line in a song by The Killers, who are, I don't know, my top 5 bands ever. And it's, the line is, "Don't be afraid of fear. That's a played out trap, man." It's a great quote. Love it. Love the melody of it in the song and everything. And it's just a great thing because fear is the scariest thing. Fear, like, don't be afraid of fear. It's played out. Fear will always get you. It'll always consume you. Everyone is scared to take a leap, this, that. Everyone's scared of what may happen. It's like, forget about it. Delete the fear. Just go.
Yeah, you have no idea what's going to happen. Like,
Yeah, you can't predict. We're not psychics, most of us.
yeah. And how much time do we all spend afraid or anxious about things that most definitely will not happen?
No. And if you're like afraid, or you don't have the confidence to like start something, or you think you're going to be judged by your family and friends if you want to start this business or whatever it is, like delete, like just remove all that and ask yourself one question. What's the worst thing that can happen? That's what I ask myself in these times, because I'm always talking to myself. It's like, wait, what's the worst that can happen here? Nothing. Like, am I going to die? No. Is my family going to die? No. Okay, I'll lose some money. I'll lose all my money. Okay, that's fine. If I'm doing what I believe I'm doing, then
Yeah.
it is what it is. It's part of the journey.
And imagine this. It's like you can do these calculations, like what can I lose, this, that. But then also there's like, well, what happens if I go to that trade show next week? Well, what is actually the downside, the opportunity cost of not going? That's worse.
Exactly.
So I can stay here in my office and say, I'm not going to go because of this, that, and no one wants to hear what I have to say. Or you could go there and
see what happens.
and see what happens, and you're going to vibe. You're going to be on an adventure. You get to knock on a new door. You get to shake new hands.
Yeah. And usually, like, if we do the hard thing, the uncomfortable thing, and we just go for it, we are often rewarded for that.
Yeah.
In ways we would never expect. But
it's happened way too many times.
Yeah. To me, to you, to people. Yeah. So, all right. Well, thank you for listening to us on episode 8 of the Major Vibes Show, which is also episode 1 of 2025. First of the year. We took a month off, which I think was good and necessary. It was nice to have that.
It's all about the story you tell yourself.
Exactly. We took a month off for that reason, and
happy to be back.
Happy to be back. New year, high vibes.
If you haven't signed up to the pair wait list, please do that, because we're going to start up the newsletter again.
Link in bio.
Link in the bio or description, and we're going to start getting people in. So we're really excited to have you. Yep. We want to build up that list, baby.
Yep, we're gonna get it, and we're gonna have a great year. I'm gonna have a great year. You're gonna have a great year, and you're gonna have a great year.
You're gonna have an amazing year.
It's not always easy, but it's definitely rewarding. So
It's easier when you do it with other people.
Exactly. So thank you for listening to us, and we will see you next week, same time, same place.
Amazing.
Ciao.
Have a good one.